Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Back into the middle. Now, can they get him away? Oh, can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That's a decent clearance. Madrid are looking to go forward now. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look. Can he finish? Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Howson kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that has left him in a heap. Great ball, and he's in here. Good take, and is he in? Kukchu makes the interception. Now that's well seen too. That's an imaginative pass. And he's picked out the run. It's a pretty loose pass. Bullet! Great effort, but no way through. It's their second corner of the game. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. So, third corner of the game. And that's a throw-in. Pullet plays it in. He gets big. It's there. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, super find. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Pass somewhat off target. That's been cut out, well played. Quality ball. Nicely weighted ball. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And this is Messi. He could be in here. And the shot! He scored! And they get themselves in front! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Madrid go into the lead. Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So their fourth corner of the game. And that's not going to trouble anybody. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Great chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They're up to 5 corners now. Rudiger attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Cantona receives it in a good position here. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Looking for the run. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he plays one through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Tries a shot! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Beckham demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the lead now is 2.
This is wonderful.
Goes for a shot! Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Now it's Batistuta. Aimed beyond the defence. Cafu calmly anticipates. Not the most accurate pass. Kukçu. And this is... And Hullet! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Hullet is offering a right smile there.
Hullet. Pass is just off target, and that has not gone well. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And that was very necessary. And it's Neymar. Bebeto. Guardiola cuts it out. Now it's Neymar. And here's Mbappe. And this is Hullet. Kukçu. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And the first 45 minutes are up.
Los nuestros van por delante y es hora de que disfruten de un merecido descanso. Cambio de jugadores.
And we're off again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Batistuta looking to add to his goal. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, nicely intercepted. He's a sharp little ball here. Great vision. Pass somewhat off target. Madrid come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And there's green grass ahead of him. Hakimi looking to play him in. And the finish! Oh, taken with style. The second half sparked straight into life. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now. Well, that'll certainly improve their move. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment at least. When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Can he get on the end of this? Vardiol cuts out the pass. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Messi. Looking for options for movement. And it's Messi. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Messi. Short changes him with that pass. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Batistuta. Can he spark a counter here? He came in hard, very hard. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Tries to play it through. Threads one in. That looks a good ball through. That has not gone well. Well-timed, excellent interception. He's in plenty of space here. It's a pretty loose pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, there's a probing ball, and he cuts out the supply. That's a throw.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9 será sustituido
Rudiger.
por el dorsal 19.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Plenty of space out wide here. Tries to get it clear.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Batistuta. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11.
Madrid
Messi.
making another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Guardiola kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that is a little undercooked. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. That has been slung wide. And the through ball. Madrid are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Not the most accurate pass. That's a nicely shaped ball. Look at the space here. Cristiano Ronaldo! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
2 minutes to be added on. Pass somewhat off target. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And time is up. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Listen, despite the loss, they have to take something from this. I think the coach will have seen things he needs to work on, so I'm sure they have a lot of sorting out to do before the next game, and they can get there.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Bebeto showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, well played. And he's managed to get free. Quality ball. Out to the left it goes. And that's really well manoeuvred. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he? And uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game means he was always a step ahead of the opposition. He's surprisingly quick too, you know. It will be a massive challenge to get the better of him.
Howson, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It's Bebeto. Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Batistuta looking to penetrate opposition lines. Beckham. And it's Hakimi. Mbappe. And this is great chance! It's got in! He's put through his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
No, that's been intercepted. Aims beyond the defence. And this is Bebeto. Chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Cantona clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Madrid have their second corner now. Oh, good-looking ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Here's a sharp little ball here. Cafu kept his eye on it, and he's there. Khan punts it upfield, and he's only too happy to take that back. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Madrid upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Cantona was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Howson deals with... It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
It's Bebeto. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
That's a half-decent try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Now it's Cantona. Half an hour played now. Now it's Batistuta. Beckham. Now this could be a chance. Not the most accurate pass. Tries to pass it through. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking to play him in. Rudiger. Well, that has not gone well. Tries to play it through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Pass somewhat off target. Has a look and plays it forward. Is there any support? He might not need it. Kukçu is always... And Beckham! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And that was nowhere near his best. Can he get it through? Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! He's scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And the shot! And he hits the net! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Madrid take a 2-goal lead. Can he finish? He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Madrid present their opponents with the best possible chance here to increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Well, any penalty that finds the net is a good penalty, even if that didn't convince.
Madrid grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Now there's a fine ball. He's free. He had Cantona! Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Messi. Tries a shot! Ooh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes.
Se acaba el primer tiempo y la cosa marcha bien. Esperemos seguir disfrutando en la segunda parte.
And we're off again. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Batistuta. Great ball if he can get there. It's not an especially good pass, that. Looking for options for movement. It's a pretty loose pass. Rudiger calmly anticipates. Cafu knocks it into space, and he's worked it through. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Cantona is having a shot! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
And that's gone loose. Madrid are looking to go forward now. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Hakimi, he has found the way through. Mbappe.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Now that looks a decent ball. Now that is a hefty challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And that is a little undercooked. Batistuta, well read, nice interception. And he's got the beating of his man. He's one-on-one! And the keeper threw out a limb.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Gets a good foot in there. That has ended up in no man's land. This looks promising. Great vision.
Pretty robust defending.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Adams has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. Always going over the top. Couldn't squeeze it through. And this is Batistuta. Hullet. Well read. And the danger is averted. Beckham. Messi. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he finish? Oh, it's hit the post. And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance.
It's Neymar! Harrison cuts it out. Cafu. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, he's onto this. Neymar. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Can he get on the end of this? And here's Mbappe. Oh, it's Batistuta. There's the shot!
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9.
Madrid choosing to make the first change.
Messi. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 19.
Cleared without hesitation. Real big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Cleared without complication. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Zaire Emery gets across to intercept that. Well, that pass isn't the best. Looking for the run. Batistuta. Oh, shooting chance! Really well taken goal. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So is this the start of a comeback? Guardiola cuts out the pass. He won't be happy with that one. He's Beckham! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
It's their second corner of the game. Takes a shot! So, third corner of the game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Madrid are looking to go forward now. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Pullet is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
El dorsal 4 será reemplazado por el dorsal 7.
Madrid clearly now in lead preservation mode. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Threads one in, thinks... Chance, surely! That's another chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
So now the difference is 3. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. And the finish! It's there! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. That was a given. It always was.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper. Cafu picks it up now. Goes for a shot! Sticks it away! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where... So that's it. It is all over. Madrid can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Colours, Messi! Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
The major moment in the game. 1-0! Never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now it's Beckham. That looks a cracking ball. Can he finish? Oh, that wasn't far away.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Madrid are looking to go forward now. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And Messi! In for the pieces! No mistake! 2-0, and in next to no time. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And he's intervened well there. Ambitious ball here. Cantona is wide and looking to get onto this. And here's Cantona. Madrid are in serious threat of getting left behind. 2 goals down already. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Messi. Pinches it off him. Batistuta. Now it's Messi. That looks a good ball through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
The shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Beckham standing over it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nicely aimed pass. Kukçu gets over and intercepts. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Tries to play it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it...
Tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Now it's Neymar. Foot in. Looking for options for movement. Looking for the run. That is good alertness. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Back into the middle. Oh, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, shooting chance! In with the challenge. He's tried one! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. It's gone out for a throw-in. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Bebeto. Madrid upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Cantona! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Madrid find a position of real strength now. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that's a fine interception. Bebeto. A whisker away from making it 4.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Cantona, and he's found a way past. Real chance! And it's come back out to him. Now, oh, he's been caught on it here. Nice-looking ball. Now it's Neymar. Beckham has been caught there. It's a foul. Referee has gone straight to his pocket. Yes, a second yellow, and he's off. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Madrid are down to 10 men. So what can they conjure from this one? And that has forced the very best out of the keeper. And it's Hakimi. Over to the left. He's in plenty of space here. Big header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And one more try! It's in! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 2.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
El dorsal 6.
Madrid are having a ball here.
3 minutos de descuento.
Laid back in. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, no joy this time. Madrid can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. And that's another good win of the ball. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Se acabó el primer tiempo. Confiemos en que nos vaya igual de bien en el segundo.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Takes the shot! Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
This looks promising. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
That's a sharp pass. Can he get it through? Oh, it's Batistuta. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's Neymar! Out to the left it goes. Cantona receives it in a good position here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now, can they get him away? He has found the way through. Flings it across. Neuer claims it. Safe hands. No way through there. Now it's Messi. Cafu. And this is Messi. Decent chance! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
There's the header! And he steered it beyond the post. Kukçu cuts it out.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Knocks it into space. He can run onto that. And he's running through. Kukçu. Nice interception, well timed. Looking for a runner. That's been cut out, well played. Kukçu. Now that looks a decent ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Madrid perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Kukçu. Neuer gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Cafu. And it's Kukçu. And he shoots! Messi. Howson gets across to intercept that. Great vision. Cantona. Big chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And that has faded wide.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Messi será sustituido por el dorsal 33.
Cafu. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Cantona. Oh, this is a great position. That's an errant pass. Oh, good-looking ball. Neymar chasing after it. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Neymar. Couldn't squeeze it through. Looking to play him in. He has a look up. Shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Serginho is fouled. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a nicely shaped ball. Cafu does really well to win the ball there. He's picked his way through. Good ball, good... Mbappe! Oh my word, that is quite something! That is a gem! An absolute gem! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole team.
Mbappe! And the shot! And he hits the net!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Madrid give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. And the pass is intercepted. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And the keeper gets his hands on it. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And the number on the board is 3. Now that's well seen too. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Madrid really did suffer for their lack of numbers here.
Well, they were up against it, but these players can take heart from what was a worthy response. There was no sign at any stage of the towel being thrown in. So...